And hopefully now in this game against Finland, because that's probably the one game that's we're probably aiming at, is that he'll get good performance, good service, and he'll take a few chances that he get. But look, as I
No,
said,
just before we look at the games now, just a quick one. Again, the Finland game at home. So, will you look for Ireland to try and dominate the game, or are both teams so evenly matched? Because the game away, even though Ireland won it, Finland had a couple of chances before Ireland got the winner. So will be a very even game. Just a quick preview before we finish up.
yeah, I think the game away from home, Finland were the better team in the first half. We gifted them a goal. They had a few chances, Paul, to make it 2-0. And even when we got it back to 1-1, they probably had the most. I think it was camera. He blazed over the bar when he should have scored. So there was a nip, and they had a header that just went literally about 30 seconds before we scored. A header from a set piece that went just past the post. So look, it could easily have gone. Then we could have lost all games going into this Nations League campaign for this week. If you ask me to call, I'm probably looking at probably a 2-1 for Ireland. I would love us to keep a clean sheet. I think we might just edge it, Paul. At home, hopefully get a good, decent crowd. We'll have more possession in this game than we have in all the games, really, Paul. To be honest with you, it's just how we manage and use it. Um, the sad thing is, Paul, I can still see us giving away a goal. I think that's the one for. If there's one thing I really want us to do is try and keep a clean sheet, but I can't see us keeping it. I think maybe if we're going to win this game, probably be a 2-1. But I would love a 1-0. I would take a 1-0 over 2-1 because that means we've been able to defend well. Kelleher's a very good goalkeeper, but shots from outside the box, even defending from set pieces, but I'm not too sure. I'm not convinced by us. So look, if you ask me to call it, I say it'd be a 2-1 Irish win. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a bit edgy. Finland know they have to win this game because I think they've got Greece after us. So look, they be looking to end the campaign on a high and at least make it competitive for the last game because we're facing England, they're facing Greece, and look, they'll be looking to not finish bottom. But at the moment, I think the way the positions are, I think we'll end up either getting that win or a draw. So that means we'll be on 4 points, and then they won't be able to catch us. So I think we're going to maintain third place after these two games, and we'll avoid the drop, but then we'll be into that playoff, and I think in March, if I'm not mistaken, or sometime later, sometime next year for that playoff to that promotion relegation playoff for the Nations League. So I think for our ranking and for our confidence, Paul, we really do need to get into that playoff. We're not going to get second because England and Greece are battling out for the top spot. So we have to consolidate third place, get into that playoff, hopefully win that playoff, and then take it for the World Cup qualifiers next year, with our seeding hopefully a little bit higher if we can, but not go down any lower because I think our seeding will keep dropping and dropping, Paul. We need to get back up, and because the World Cup qualifying campaign is going to be hard enough, Paul. We can't keep sliding down the rankings because this team, although look, there's some good young players there and they're developing. Yes, we know, and they got a first win in the National League away from home. We really can't make it much harder on ourselves for that World Cup qualifying campaign because don't forget, the first team in the group qualifies and the second place team gets to play off third place, you get nothing. So we really do need to improve our ranking, get a few wins, get this win now Thursday night, get a clean sheet. It was the one thing I really want us to do. And then go into the England game. Look, what will be in the England game, and they're a much better side than us. They beat us 2-0 at home. It all depends on I think it all depends how England approach the game when they have Greece away. I think England probably need to win by two clear goals because Greece have already beaten them at Wembley. England probably want to top the group, get promoted because they don't see themselves as a League B team. They see themselves as League A. So look, it's going to be interesting. But I think if it has to be the call, Paul, I'm hoping for 1-0, but I think we'll win the game. Sadly, we think we'll give away a goal, but I think we might just say just 2-1. And the England game then will be. I can't see us getting 8 now with the England game to quite honest
Yeah.
with you, Paul.
The way I look at it now is Ireland have been in the slide for 10, 12 years, and it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen in a single campaign. It was a step by step. Gradually, the players being lower quality, lower standard, the results being losing games, drawing games you should win, losing games you should draw, and your confidence ebbing away. It's been going on for 10 years. So it's going to be, if we're going to try and come back a bit, it'll be only step by step by step. This idea, and I'm not talking about you, but other social pundits saying, oh, we're going to try and qualify for the World Cup. It's a step-by-step process. That's why the game against Finland, in my opinion, that's a real measure of it. We beat them away from home. They've lost all their other games. This is a game we can show you. Have you improved a step up? I would take the game against England. I just take it. Do your best. And you obviously you do your best and you'll be solid. But the game against Finland is the measure as far as I'm concerned. So I want to win that game. The game against England, I just said, I just take it on its merits. Do your best. Whatever happens, happens. Also, the manager, come back to the manager. I hope the manager, he's a permanent manager now. He's a contract for the next World Cup. He has to be ruthless, in my opinion. You go back to Jack Charlton, and I know there was better players, but Jack Charlton was ruthless. He dropped players. He dropped David O'Leary early. There was some kind of a friendly tournament to give over in Iceland. All top managers have to drop players if they seem necessary. And he was standing for them in decisions, but not to be influenced by the media or by the pundits or by players doing interviews and all that stuff. Even the manager being asked questions about Doherty. If Jack Charlton was there or Ferguson was there, I can tell you what they tell that journalist, and they tell him to shove it to button it. You know what I mean? So I hope the manager is ruthless. He has his contract for the World Cup qualifying. He picks the players. Don't be responding to these players and these questions saying you pick your squad and you go by that, and the young players looking forward. So I know this is probably, he said this is kind of an experiment. He's trying things out, and I'm not nailing now, but when the World Cup campaign or whenever next February or March, whenever this starts up, I hope he's ruthless and just doesn't go on sentiment, doesn't go what they've done in the past. Because that's part of it too. You have to be ruthless. As I said, I want us to beat Finland. That's the first step. We were on the slide for 8, 9, 10 years, and it's only by step we come back and we take the English game on its merit. So just your final comment before we finish up.
Yeah, I think, like you said yourself, this is our preparation for the World Cup qualifying campaign. After this Nations League campaign, he needs to know his best side. Now, obviously, injuries and suspension, will play a part in that. But he needs to have an idea of his best side, and I think he is getting there. Because with Doherty out, he probably don't see him as part of the future, and this will be a big thing for Seamus Coleman, because obviously you said that he probably is over the hill, and many people might think that he might have to step away. But I think after this campaign, he'll make a decision on Coleman after this campaign, whether he thinks he can thinks he can pick him now for the World Cup qualifiers. He's probably giving him one last chance, because his injury record is a huge worry for us. It's a huge worry for him as well. But look, I think Conor, as we see it, we're probably going to go into the Finland game. I think we're hoping for a win. As I keep saying, I cannot stress this enough. I want us to start keeping clean sheets, because we are not good enough to score two or three goals in the game, particularly with our creative play, shall we say. We don't create enough. We don't score enough from set pieces now, even lately, as well. So look, a win and probably draw. A loss is probably coming in the England game, but 3 points, get 6 points on the board, consolidate that third place, and we won't be relegated for now. It all depends on that playoff. I think in the new year around March, if I'm not mistaken, it's been played. So look, whittle down, be ruthless now for the World Cup qualifying campaign, because that's what his main job is to be. I think he's only got a 2-year contract. His contract is up after the World Cup in 2026. So look, he's got a laser focus now. Get the best time, get the best squad and team of 11 players on the pitch when we're playing the qualifiers campaign. This Nations League has been, I wouldn't say experiment, but he knows the players now. I wouldn't take the excuses, but the reasons for, he hasn't played, he wasn't manager during those early friendlies, and he is now. He's getting a good look at all these players through these 6 matches. Be ruthless. If players aren't doing the few, you're out. Bring a few more players in, but then have a settled squad for that World Cup campaign when it starts up in the new year.